whatever you want to call it. You let me know.
All right. Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to Manifest with Metty. We are here for TedTalk Tuesday, and our topic is fatherhood and the nuances of being a good dad, a present dad. And I have a guest with me right now, my brother, Del Rodriguez. Say hello, Del.
Hey, Metty, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm good.
Cool. So let's get into it.
Okay.
All right. You gonna start or you want me to start?
I'll let you start. I'm gonna let you start. Ladies first.
You want me to start asking questions or what? I want to just dig into the questions now. We gotta give them have to give them.
We gotta kind of give them a rundown of how we know.
Yes.
Don't we?
Well, we could do that, or we could just give them a rundown of the topic. But yeah, we can. Let's do some history. So me and Dale met at Chili's back in like 2000 something.
Had to be like 8, 9.
It was in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
It was in the early 2000s.
My baby girl was only at least 6 months when we met.
Yeah, and Dale was a minor when we met. Don't ask me how I know. Don't ask no questions. I'm just saying. So, yeah, we was serving up them burgers and fries and that chili. What else we had? The no, we didn't have Monte Cristo. We had the honey chipotle.
Chipotle.
Oh my goodness.
The Presidentes.
Presidentes. The good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure. So.
And you were pregnant back then.
I was pregnant every year, man. I stayed pregnant.
I ain't gonna say nothing about it. You my sister, I ain't gonna say nothing.
I'm embarrassed. Like, I was pregnant every year. Like, But you was okay, and I was pregnant every year after that too. But anyway, let's talk about. Let's start here. When you hear the phrase "present father," what does that mean to you?
To me, being a present father isn't just being a father that's physically there, but mentally there as well. You know, somebody that isn't in zombie mode, but actually present in what his kids are telling him, what his kids are saying every day when he gets home from work. You know, for me, sometimes I feel like I think about other things, you know, like finances. What I'm gonna do for the next check while my kids are trying to talk to me, and that's not being present. And so to me, that's what a present father is, you know, being able to focus on what your kids are telling you at the moment and being able to process it and actually give them feedback instead of having to ask them again what they say, you know. So
yeah,
I think as a father, that's what being present means.
I feel that. Okay, awesome. All right. So let me ask you this. What are some things about fatherhood that people don't talk about enough?
Oh, that's a good one. I think for men and women, we have become a society where men in the families, men not being in the family is okay, I guess. Maybe it's not okay, but I guess society makes it feel like it can be accomplished.
Yeah.
And I don't think it can, because as a father, we raise our daughters to understand what a man's supposed to treat her like, how to treat her, how to show her what another man should do for her when she's old enough to start dating. As a man, it's my job to teach my sons how to defend their queen when it's time to defend their queen, without being necessarily like I guess soft in a way, but also not being too hard. You know, having some compassion. Because I think as a father, this is one thing that really I had made a comment on something way back in the day on Facebook, and as Hispanics and blacks, we raise our boys to be tough because we know society is tough out there, especially for blacks, Hispanics, any minority at that. It's tough out there.
Right.
And so we raise them to have this like really thick skin plus that mentality of somebody disrespects you, you gotta handle it right then and there, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think as a father, I've also grown to learn a little bit that it might not necessarily be about that. Teaching my son to take what people say sometimes and just walk away so that he can live to see another day.
Yep.
And he doesn't kill somebody because of his temper and then he's in jail for the rest of his life. And I think that's one of the things as men we need to start focusing on as fathers is trying to teach our sons, hey man, sometimes walking away is the best thing to do.
Self-control, not reacting to everything, not being overly emotional and overly reactive, because responding is different than reacting. I understand that. So like being like, oh, okay, let me pop off, let me do this, not the way. Get it?
Yeah, definitely.
I get that, for real.
Yeah.
What do you think your children feel when they think about you? What they gonna say?
Like at the present or as they get older?
Forever, all the time, like.
I know there's times where my wife tells me they think I'm mad when I come home because I have what she likes to tell me, resting dick face. And I'm sorry if you have to edit that out. Like,
I'll just put explicit on it. It's okay. It's
I
okay.
have the resting. Yes.
I get what you're saying. Like they call it, for us, they call it resting the bitch face.
Right.
But for y'all, I get it. I understand.
And I tell my wife and kids I'm not mad when I come home because I want to be home with them. I love my kids. You know me, I've been a father for 17 years, 18 years, and I love being a father. I don't know what I'm on this planet for, but I think, for me, that's that. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
So, when they tell me that I look mad, I'm like, no, I'm not mad. But, once I come out of that little shell and I get to relax and throw on the baseball game and eat dinner, they come to me and they talk to me about everything, what they went through in the day. So
Aww.
I think they'd be able to say, man, he's a good dad. He listens.
Yeah.
I like to play fight with my little boy. He's 7 years old. I like to play fight with him.
Aww.
So,
He's only 7?
Yeah.
I thought he was older than that.
He's about to be 8 in June, but yeah, he's only 7.
Whoa.
So
Cool.
yeah, I think they'll at the present. Yeah, Dad always looks mad, but he's there for us. And then in the future, when it comes to it, they'll say he was always there.
Okay, that's powerful. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about what you give them, it's about how you make them feel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's talk about, do you think you parenting differently than you were raised?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah?
Most definitely.
How?
I'm adopted. I don't know if a lot of people know that about me.
I know.
I'm adopted. And my adopted mom wanted kids. Mm-hmm. But she said she had to kind of force her husband, my dad, into adopting me. Which me and him never really kind of got along. We never saw eye to eye. As I've gotten older, I just kind of understood, like, for me, it is what it is. I can't change it. I can't change the past. But I can change the future for myself, for my kids. Give them the type of father that I wanted as a kid. And give them somebody that, like, truly embraces them when I come home from work. I love to hug my kids. I love to tickle them, play fight with them. Even my 13, almost 14-year-old daughter, I like to play fight with her too. And, she still play fights with me as well. So it just kind of tells me that I've turned the cycle of what could have happened into being that father that loves and cherishes his kids. So yeah, I think I'm parenting them differently than how I was raised.
Wow. Well, that's how cycles change and that's how healing happens. One intentional decision at a time. So for the fathers listening right now, what's one thing they can start doing today to be more present?
Like I said, even for me, I'll give you an example. Last week was spring break for the kids, and we went to Kima for the weekend. And I usually have this book for finances, and I carry it with me everywhere I go. I mean, everywhere I go, it's on my hip. But I decided to leave it at home that weekend because I really wanted to sit back and enjoy just spending time with the kids without focusing on what I'm spending, what I'm going to do to recover that money.
Yeah.
Because you don't really get to enjoy yourself or your family when you sit there and constantly think about something else.
I get it.
And so the stress level that a lot of men face, because I know there's men listening right now. Yes, I get it. It is stressful trying to be a good husband, a good father, but taking those times sometimes to just sit there and say, you know what, I'm gonna put everything away out of my mind, and I'm gonna spend time with the kids, just long enough for them to make their memories. That's what I would tell every man, just to, when you can find that moment, just put the phone down, clear your mind for a moment, just to give your kids what they need from you. Because they're only kids for a little while.
Yep.
And then they start going and doing their own thing, and before you know it, you're alone.
Yeah.
With nothing but dreaded memories and dreaded thoughts of like, man, I should have been there more. So I think as a man, just be present mentally.
I love that. I love that. Simple, intentional, consistent. Just choosing to show up every day. But before we close, I want to ask you one more question. What does success look like to you as a father?
I don't know, because I think I haven't gotten there yet as a father. But my wife Angelica, she tells me I'm successful because I have a beautiful family. I have a job. I have two cars that work. I have a house. Is it what I wanted? Is it what I want? No, I want bigger and better. Obviously, everybody does. But I don't feel like I've gotten there. I don't think I'm successful, but she tells me I am. So I get success comes in different flavors, if you will. It comes in different ways.
I get it.
To one man, I might have two cars. He might not have a car.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, you have to look at what you do have instead of what you don't have. Yeah,
definitely.
That's important.
Definitely.
Wow. That's really dope. And I think that's what today's conversation really showed us. Being a present father isn't about having all the answers. It's about being intentional, being aware, being willing to grow, and most importantly, being there in a way that your children could feel. So if you're listening today, whether you're a father, a parent, or someone healing from your own experiences, take what resonates and remember, presence is powerful. Stay grounded, stay growing. Let's go, dreamers. I love you.